How you doing, all you beautiful sons of bitches? It's your boy Bax here, and today we got the boys fucking Jeremy, Evan, and we are going to be ripping apart Organized Chaos video, Star Wars Theory versus Star Wars Explained. So does anyone want to give any little background on this video before we begin, shall we?
Sure, I can give the background.
For starters, if you want to find this video, you have to scroll past a bunch of other channels, namely Chaos, Organized, in order just to find the channel itself. My gosh, the generic fucking name.
So can I explain? Okay, so basically, so this was a while ago. This was around like the hype of the Andor, the Acolyte hate.
Right.
You know, a bunch of people criticizing the Acolyte. There was this, and basically what happened was there was this, petition thing that, was, hating on, that basically was oh, channels like Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and Ryan Canal are all toxic and they need to be banned off the platform and blah, blah, blah.
Started by Molly. Yeah.
Star Wars Theory was, mentioned in that, which, honestly, before that, Star Wars Theory, I'm kind of mixed on. Star Wars Theory, for me, Star Wars Theory is kind of like the male Anna Kasparian, in that he says a lot of stupid things, but he pisses people off the few times he says something smart. That makes sense. But anyway, back to that. So that got Star Wars Theory real pissed. So basically, he was like, hey, I'm being targeted by these people, even though I'm not dad. That's not fair. And so basically, he made a ton of videos talking about it and got into a whole thing. And a ton of people talked about it, including Robothead. Robothead made a video discussing that, and Bob made a response to that, and that's what we're watching today. Bob's video was basically an hour-long response to that video Robothead made about that whole drama. Now we should be caught up.
Yay! So without further ado, let's just jump right into. Actually, Evan, you got anything you want to say on it?
No, I said my piece. Honestly, I don't watch Organized Chaos all that much, so I'm going in this with perspective.
Oh my god, you are in for a wild ride.
So without further ado, let's just jump right into it because Bob is overdue for an ass whooping. Jeremy, shall we?
Indeed we shall. Here we go.
Gentlemen, we're better off watching WrestleMania than whatever Bob has to say here.
Oh, we are so sorry,
before we do, this is the opening stinger.
Yeah.
Sometimes make live.
This is the cold open.
Let's see what amazing shit from the video Bob opens with.
If the people rewriting Ripley wants to take down are so bad and consistent with their online abuse, shouldn't there be hours of relevant videos and screenshots to use?
Well, there is, but they wanted a quick, concise video. People are more likely to watch something quicker. If you put, dude, wait a minute. You were just complaining because rewriting Ripley does these long blog forms where they just give you everything. They give you point by point. Here's evidence of this, here's evidence of that. And you're complaining, this is too long. Who has time to read this?
And when I say Katie loves long rant,
you do realize there's a difference between being too long and being too, there's a middle ground. It's like, oh, hey, you're complaining that there isn't enough relevant footage, but you don't like that they're too long. That's not the same argument. Oh my god. Yeah. Yep, of course.
Fucking
I feel
ridiculous.
Like this guy that would need a Cliff Notes version of every time.
Good key. Bob really does not understand how argumentative strategies work. He'll basically just take two things that sound kind of similar and be like, "Oh my god, they're the exact same. You're a hypocrite." Like that infamous moment in his response to EFAP's Chris Stuckman video. That's easily one of the best examples. Basically, EFAP made a video covering Chris Stuckman's Madam Web video, and Bob made a response, and basically he tried to claim that Drinker was being pro-corporate because he said that the people who were making Madam Web were trying to make a good movie. And it's like, yeah, of course they were trying to make a good movie, because unless it's like movie studios try to make a good movie,
Yeah.
so they make money. And it's like he tried to call them pro-corporate because because again, like that's just how he whirls. It's like two things are similar, then that means they're the exact same. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long video.
Yeah.
Long. Here is one titled, When Systematic Hatred of Women Online Goes Unnoticed. What does it say about us?
And now when they do something quick, concise, punchy, you're like, well, this is barely anything. You need more if you want to prove
It's
it.
a middle ground, Bob.
Yes, again, that's a myth. Like oh my god! And reminder, this is the clip that he started with. This is the video that's supposed to get you to watch the actual video. Like this is the argument that he's the most proud of. This is the argument that he's the most proud of.
It's like, Bob, yeah, we're fine with longer stuff, but we don't want shit to be padded. Case in point, all of Ant's videos. Ugh.
Like, yeah, people get like mad at like Mahler for making long videos, and it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna act like every single point Mahler has is the most in-depth thing like ever, but he makes sure to make arguments that are like really like good. Like there's a again, you can make long content that's good, and you can make short content that's good. What really it has to do is just be in the middle. Like, you have to be, like, you can be, like, long and still have a good point.
I'll put it this way. It needs to be meaningful and not just be filler, no matter how long or short it is.
But yeah, it's like even if it's incredibly short, you still need evidence. Otherwise, people will be skeptical because there's a little thing called proof.
Yeah.
And I hate to use this as a point, going back to the it takes too long things, like, he seems to have forgotten how much of a short attention span people around his age, people our age, have these days. Like, it's like the TikTok. Like, you have a very short and if you don't get your point across and get people's attentions and snap like that, then people are just gonna tune out.
Dude, fucking Louise Julie hopped into my comment section saying my video on her recent Tales of the Underworld reaction was too long. It was 20 fucking minutes. The hell?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Louise Julie.
That's about 2 fucking SpongeBob episodes worth of time.
I watch videos that are like way longer than that.
Shares your video. All it's gonna does is increase your viewership and give you more revenue.
Thanks, Louise Julie. Anyway, we can continue now.
Okay, here we go. Let's get to the actual video.
Pick a fucking lane.
Bob, if you have to... Bob, hang on, pause. Bob, if you have to censor yourself, don't swear. It makes life easier for you in the editing room.
Yeah, I mean...
That's a nitpick.
Yeah.
Let's look into Star Wars Theory versus Star Wars Explained a bit.
Oh, boy.
Now, I will give you kind of the cliff note.
Hey, Bob, don't insult Peter Gabriel by wearing his merch.
Yes. My dad is a really big Genesis fan, and he'll kick your ass for wearing that.
A rundown of kind of basic.
Yeah. I mean, I will say one thing about Bob. He actually does have, like, as much as I dislike Bob, at the very least, the dude has pretty solid taste in music. Like, Peter Gabriel, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This guy right here, Taki75, oh my god.
Oh god.
This is the most obnoxious ones. Like, this guy, I've had several back and forths with this person because I don't know if they're a guy or a girl because
Don't
they
matter.
don't have a
It doesn't really matter.
Oh my god. they're one of the like they're not the worst, but they are one of the most obnoxious. They basically continually hurl bad faith accusations. You're a simp, you're an incel, blah 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 blah. Like one of the most obnoxious ones.
Yeah.
Basically what I know. I've heard pretty much exclusively good things about Transformers 1, which makes me kind of regret it was taken off the podcast. It was on the schedule, but then we moved it around for other stuff. And frankly, I was not Transformers. Granted, the recent Transformers movies have actually been decent, but it had such a bad track record. I was like, maybe we'll find space for it somewhere. I'm
sorry. I wanted to say one more thing. One thing that's kind of got me crazy. Bob actually kind of looks like this music critic that I watch named Spectrum Pulse. Like it is really weird how like identical they look.
I'm looking them up on my phone. Oh God, please no. We can't.
Spectrum Pulse is definitely like way better in terms of content than Bob. Like I definitely do disagree with him on like a fair bit, but he's pretty cool. There's a series
oh my God! I just looked up Spectrum Pulse. It's Bob 20 years ago.
I know. He looks. Yeah, Spectrum Pulse is definitely like way better. He actually has a series called on a separate channel called Billboard Breakdown, where basically every week he reviews the new charting songs on the Billboard Hot 100 and basically ranks them from like worst to best. It's pretty fun. Mm-hmm. It's just something that I've always like kind of noticed about Bob.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Somewhere else. Maybe we'll watch it when it comes to streaming. We sometimes catch up with stuff like that. So Jacob reposted this. This was something posted by Kyle Katarn originally.
Fuck off!
Oh no, the skills are aligned.
Kyle Katarn here. I hate Tesla Motors. You should destroy all their cars. Kyle Katarn here.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get into that whole kerfuffle.
Just to let everyone else know, we're talking about the reviewer, the shill.
Yes.
That Kyle Katarn.
Kyle Katarn, as I call him, not the legendary badass Jedi Knight. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced that Kyle Katarn isn't just like a robot. Like even in just the skills, like how's the show robot?
He's like one of the human robots, one of the human droids introduced in the Jedi Prince novels.
Okay. Anyway, let's get.
Yeah. Anyway.
I just like talking.
I find the original post, but
look who it is!
Oh, fuck you, Jacob!
Every time I see his name, I imagine Backseater somewhere, looks up to the sky, fist balled in the air, yelling Jacob right into the sky.
No, that's Ant. Ant elicits that. Jacob sucks just makes me crumple a piece of paper in my hand.
Yeah.
But it was this letter. Dear Team YouTube, last week actor Amanda Steinberg, they posted candid comments to Instagram about the rampage of bigotry and vitriol she had received since leading the cast of the Acolyte, the latest addition to the Star Wars universe. Steinberg's experience is not new. In fact, this is a known tactic that was initially provoked by a former Breitbart news editor Milo Yiannopoulos, who's a...
Oh yeah, that's another thing. These people brought up Milo Yiannopoulos a ton, even though the dude hasn't been relevant in like years.
No.
Yeah.
No. Milo Yiannopoulos is pretty much persona non grata at this point, yeah.
Yeah, like that was like a huge part of the rift. Like they basically compared like random things he said to like Milo Yiannopoulos, and I'm like, again, they're like. Again, yeah. To be honest, yeah, I was honestly kind of like I don't know like a ton about Milo Yiannopoulos, so I don't really know because I wasn't really paying attention. Back when the whole like that whole era of like the anti-SJW versus SJW thing came on, like I really like had no clue about any of that stuff. So. But yeah, it's like, that just really feels like whataboutism. Oh, these people are saying similar things to this person it's like I don't even think that they've acknowledged that. I don't even know if they would agree with him, and it's like literal pure whataboutism. It's like, oh, this bad person said thing, and it's similar to this bad person. It's like, and again, it's like one thing that Mr. Grizzy brought up in one of his videos talking about the Acolyte shield. Like, it's a really good point. Like, if the Star Wars fans are so evil and like harassing these people, why weren't the two children who played the young Acolyte twins harassed? Like, we didn't hear anything about that. Like, no harassment of them in any way. And it's like, wow. And again, they also love how they love to ignore whenever they criticize like straight white men, like J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson, Mark Hamill, Mark Ruffalo,
Cameron Monaghan, yeah.
Who Monaghan?
Cameron Monaghan. He was the guy who played Cal Kestis in the Jedi games by
Here's the thing. They don't even criticize Cal Kestis.
All the time. Like, they only hyper-focus. They criticize, again, these chuds criticize straight white men all the time. They just only hyper-focus when they criticize minority groups.
Yes. Hey.
Aggressively targeted Ghostbusters
not
actor.
even over the skin color, so perceived acting ability, or at least hypothetical acting ability.
Yeah.
And again, they even bring up, like the many actors and actresses that they like, that they don't have a problem with, that are, minorities. They bring up the mountain of excuses about how, oh, you just like it because it's old, you would hate it if it came out today, you're liking it because they're just jumping around in circles in order to preserve their false narrative.
It's mental gymnastics is what it is.
Basically.
It's not new. In fact, this is a known tactic that was initially provoked by former Breitbart news editor Milo Yiannopoulos, who's aggressively targeted Ghostbusters actor Leslie Jones under the guise of film criticism. After prolonged insults against her Ghostbusters character, resulting in harassment against Jones on Twitter.
I mean, I like Leslie Jones. I mean, honestly, I like Leslie Jones in like a couple sketches, but I wouldn't call her like a top tier comedian. I just think she could be funny in certain environments, but I wouldn't call her like a top tier comedian.
I mean, I will say I liked her in Masterminds. She had a pretty good performance in Masterminds.
I don't think I saw that one. I think I've mostly seen her in like SNL sketches, and she was like decently funny in them. Like she is a good Yeah.
Anyway.
Yiannopoulos claimed Jones was playing the victim. When she called for action against the harassment, the aggressive gaslighting of Jones' experience resulted in Yiannopoulos being banned from Twitter. 8 years later, Yiannopoulos' playbook against marginalized actors has been burgeoned into a multi-million-dollar business on YouTube, which has been permitted to develop unchecked with the help of YouTube's partner program. That's why Master Oogway is banned.
Millions.
I don't again, it's like YouTube literal, again, oh my god, it's been on, it's like, again, YouTube just totally rewards bigotry. That's why Master Oogway was banned. I don't remember if this came out before or after Master Oogway was banned, but that dude was literally banned for trolling like way too close to the sun. Like YouTube, if anything, YouTube standards about it are like really bad, because it's like that's one of the things. Like there's a YouTube channel that I used to watch a fair bit called Dang Damon, and he basically made like little like skits, like animated skits, making fun of like YouTubers, and they were actually pretty funny. Like they were like making fun of their content, and with like the animation was interesting. That he just got banned. He literally got banned, and I still have no clue why. Like he literally made it to where he only he didn't go after them for any reason. Like in almost all of his videos, he made sure to end it with like his little catchphrase of "I'm just Josh," and showing how with certain exceptions, like people like that he thought were like actually like bigoted, terrible people. But for the most part, he usually just stuck to making fun of their content. It was like, hey, I'm just joshing, I don't really mean it. And meanwhile, people like Bob, whose entire modus operandi is to go after and harass and slander multiple YouTubers, are able to just operate completely free of consequence.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man. YouTube always sides with the SJWs.
Yeah, Dangman thankfully is making a bit of a comeback, though, so that'll...
Oh, there's that at least, so yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Playbook's biggest target, Star Wars. As fans of Star Wars franchise, we have tirelessly witnessed a handful of YouTube creators continuously drive prolonged insults and harassment against marginalized actors and members of our community. Enough is enough. The Star Wars fandom demands that YouTube enforce its community guidelines against prolonged insults and incitement of targeted harassment towards women of color by demonetizing the YouTube channels Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Canal, RK Outpost, and Nerdrotic. In 2018, Geeks and Gamers, 396,000 subscribers, encouraged harassment against Vietnamese actor Kelly Mi Tran, leading up to Tran's departure from Instagram due to prolonged harassment.
Receipts.
Wait, did he refer to her as an actor, not an actress?
It don't really matter.
Why is like just say actor? What is the point of gendering the term actor? Like, you don't see like a doctor and a doctress. Like, why is the term why is the occupation actor gender? Like, you don't.
Because English. I don't know.
The English language.
That's just so arbitrary.
Wait, no, Jeremy, we have a female term for doctor. It's called nurse. There you go.
I mean, a nurse is technically different from.
Yeah, I know. I'm Josh. I'm just joshing.
See this Josh, and he's taking a page out of my Google book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's this entire document in a nutshell. When some Star Wars YouTubers made fun of actors and actresses that just happened to be of a minority group, both bully them, ban them, and it's like I'm not gonna sit here and act like that none of the stuff that they didn't get any like hate or harassment. Like, I'm not gonna act like that didn't happen, because it's like I'm sure some of them did, and I'm sure some of it was bad, but the reality is a lot of it was like blown way out of proportion and ascribed to like various people. Various people in order to cast like a wide net. That's basically how it goes. They take the companies take the criticism of these works, and they basically make it to where all of them are bigoted, or where a few people who happen to be bigoted like represent the entire thing. People like Bob swallow that narrative whole, num 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 num, and then they just spread it out to like other people. That's basically how the grift works. And they basically just make it where you can't criticize modern slop like this without like coming across as like a bigot, and it's just ridiculous. Like, yeah. Most people can tell the difference, and it's like the ones that can't are either just not worth talking to, or are just willfully ignorant and malicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing with all news these days, especially around media. You take a tiny report, you take something that really isn't even that important, is really trivial for the most part, but the more you keep spreading it, and other people spread it, obviously some stuff's gonna get muffled up. And of course, what gets the more juicy clicks? Race baiting.
It's yeah, exactly. And it's like they just and the thing is, it's like, and again, they love to do this tactic. Bob himself has done in a couple of videos. They like to go, oh, well, they didn't specifically like that tweet calling the Star Wars fans racist. Oh, well, they didn't specifically say that the fans were racist. They just said that some of the fans were racist. They didn't say all of them. Well, so you feel bad that you got called out. It's like, no, because we obviously know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're calling out people they're calling out people like Brinker and Mahler and all the people that are critical. They're not going to call out people they can use as like useful idiots to support their stuff.
I mean, because why would they? It's ridiculous.
Like it's so intellectually dishonest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of it is just Bob reading this, so I'm like gonna speed up through.
All right, go ahead.
Geeks and Gamers published nearly 15 videos relevant to trans Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi character Rose Tico. The channel claimed that trans character is one of the most hideous characters of all time, most unlikable character ever, and exists for forced diversity. Many of the comments
Yo,
by
it's
Geeks and Gamers
set up
found that
like
Geeks and
this.
Gamers videos
It's not the
contain
one like Ben Shapiro.
Oh my god! Bob actually made a response. Bob's actually made like a couple responses to Ben Shapiro, and I keep thinking, oh my god! Imagine actually having to watch an organized chaos stream responding to Ben Shapiro. Like the only noise you will hear are Ben Shapiro's nasally voice and
Bob's
chaos.
nasally voice.
Those are the only noises you hear for like hours on end. At least with videos
They got that real hall monitor voice. You know what I'm saying?
But if you watch the video of him responding to Mauler or Drinker, you have like you have like a semi-tolerable voice to match it up. I was like, oh my god, like imagine having to listen to Ben Shapiro and Organized Chaos on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
That's
fucking hell.
Yeah.
Anyway.
in hateful comments under the Trans Now Delete Instagram post. Geeks and Gamers champion RK Outpost, 319K subscribers, a channel that frequently targets marginalized actors, including Moses Ingram, a black American cast member in the TV series Kenobi. Days before Ingram called out the racist backlash against her on Instagram, RK Outpost called Ingram a lunatic who can do nothing other than play the victim. RK Outpost has recently referred to Ingram's Kenobi character Reva as dumb and retarded.
Yes, because criticizing a character is the same thing as criticizing a person.
Yeah,
And that's another thing. These people don't understand the difference between fiction and reality.
Nope.
Like they think that criticizing a fictional character is the same as criticizing an actual person. And the irony is, these people will unironically say actually like bigoted things about like real people that they hate. Like they'll say incredibly they'll say they will say incredibly like bigoted things. Like if a minority that disagrees with them, like a black person or a woman, they will call them like so many like sexist and dehumanizing things. They'll make fun of like people like Thomas and Gary for like looking the way that they do. It's like, you guys look bad and stupid and stuff. And don't even get me started on how these people will make fun of Gary for his past. Like,
yeah,
that's like, it's honestly just disgusting the way that these people
they even got like some new guy on their side who like makes like deranged puppet versions of everyone.
Oh my god, that dude, oh my god, I've known about that dude for a while. He is, dude, oh my god. I
reached out to that guy on Twitter and I was like, where's my puppet, man?
Did he say something, or did he just ignore you?
He ignored me. Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, I actually made a comment on one of his videos. I'm gonna try and find it. I found out about him from another YouTuber I watch. Because there's another YouTuber that I watch named Renowned Zero. I've interacted with him. He's a pretty chill guy. I found out about it from him because he made a video on rip off verse, and I was like, what the frick? So I made a couple like comments. So here's the comment I made on like the first ever video he made. That was like a riff of, you know, the infamous as pronouns run. So here's the comment I wrote. This is absolutely pathetic. Making fun of poor, entertaining, talented, and based content creators by hiding behind puppets and obnoxious comedy. It's essentially just dumb and obnoxious lines about said creators. When people are criticizing badly made diverse media instead of constantly being obnoxiously positive about movies all the time. That's what's wrong with pop culture, because God forbid people call out the BS that modern Hollywood makes. God forbid someone displays children's toys in their videos. Like, that was actually some of their criticism. Like, they actually get mad at, like, people like Taz and Gary for displaying toys in their videos.
Yeah.
Gary and Drinker are absolutely fantastic for content creators that make far better content that does more for pop culture than this awful, pretentious, obnoxious video would ever help you do. Copen Season Oblivion.
Yeah.
Gave it all. And he was, oh my god, here's his response.
Oh,
my
boy.
dearest, listen to this. My dearest child, left you on your journey. You are truly lost, but follow the light and you will be embraced by the Lord. Not one of the creators in this video have a single atom of talent, each relying on squeezing as much money out of their NPC subscribers by repeating the same thing.
Oh.
We all know that a portion of Hollywood is woke, but to keep repeating it, pretending it's new news, really is pathetic. Hopefully they will realize that if they pray daily with Mother Poppins, they shall be redeemed. And he has a little, like, prayer emoji.
What the response
Yeah,
was that?
Yeah, this dude is great. Yeah, this dude is
I will
honestly
say this.
crazy.
I will also say this. These people are getting mad at people like us
Yes.
for criticizing the actors and creators when they forget. They probably, I doubt they go behind the scenes for like any TV show or scripted program, but actors, they get criticized all the damn time. It's part of the job.
Mm-hmm.
Creators, directors, producers, every time a scene is like concluded, it's cut, the actors get criticized almost immediately if they did a line wrong or acted out a scene wrong. Like, it's literally, it's part of the industry.
Yeah.
And even afterwards, we're gonna get criticized by people like us if we don't think the direction or the acting is up to par. Like, why are these
Right.
people getting so mad?
And not to mention, these people also go, like, not to mention the way these people have been treating Gina Carano and Gal Gadot. Like, Gina Carano, like, obviously needs no introduction. I actually found out about Gina Carano because of that video Drinker made that was like that kind of like weird fairy tale like
The girl who wouldn't back down, yeah.
I literally had never heard of Gina Carano before then, but yeah.
I've heard about Gina for a bit. She was active in the MMA scene before she jumped ship to acting. Like,
Yeah.
the only role I knew she was in was in Deadpool. Then
Yeah.
after that, it was the main.
She was
If I
also
remember-
in Command and Conquer Red Alert 3.
Oh, cool.
I
Yeah,
remember
but yeah,
like-
these people, like, the people who criticize Gina Carano have honestly treated her way worse than any of these people. Like, people that have. It's like, I'm not saying you can't criticize Gina Carano, because,
I mean, the Critical Drinker has in one of his Mandalorian reviews.
Yeah.
oh my god, but yeah, anyway, but yeah, it's like, these people have said some genuinely terrible things about Gina Carano that go well beyond her acting, or even the stuff that she says on Twitter, and have literally been calling to get her blacklisted. Meanwhile, when someone criticizes, you know, an actress like Rachel Zegler or Amanda Stenberg for the things they willingly said, these people clutch their pearls and go, oh my god, that's harassment.
They
And
want
then-
us
and then on the
exiled
flip-
to Siberia.
And then with Wonder Woman, and again, Gal Gadot 100% deserves criticism because Gal Gadot is genuinely a terrible actress, and I don't have any problems criticizing her. But the hypocrisy, these people will literally clutch their pearls and go like, "Oh my God, no, don't believe poor Rachel," which, like, obviously you shouldn't, like, bully Rachel Zegler, but that's not what we're doing. We're criticizing her.
Yeah.
They're literally doing to Gal Gadot what they think the chuds are doing to Rachel Zegler. And they're like, well, don't blame it on Rachel Zegler, blame it on Gal Gadot, blame it on the person, because it's like,
Oh,
the thing
the
is,
irony.
The irony there.
It's like, it's so hypocritical. Why is it okay for you guys to criticize Gal Gadot, but when we criticize Rachel Zegler, you guys throw a fit? Why? Because Rachel Zegler is one of your pet, like, little, like, pet actors, and you don't care about Gal Gadot, which, like, honestly fair, because I honestly don't care about Gal Gadot either, but it's, like, the blatant hypocrisy. You just don't want us criticizing the people.
One movie I did like Gal.
You don't want us criticizing the people that you don't want criticize. You want to leave people like Rachel Zegler, Amanda Stenberg, Moses Ingram. You don't want them to get any criticism because they're the demographic you virtue signal to, and they express your values, and you basically hide behind bigotry in order to like do that. And obviously, none of those people should be harassed, but you also shouldn't use the shield of harassment to protect them from like all criticism, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh hey, look, ever watched Wizards 1977? Oh yeah, I haven't seen the full movie, but I've actually seen like bits and pieces of that of Wizards. It's an interesting film. Okay.
If we do a Backseat Boys movie review, we should watch Wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so it'll be new for me. But yeah, I'll have to consider it. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, let's get going. This video is already going to be long enough as
Yeah.
It's gonna be long. We're barely
Recently
10 minutes in.
live stream Friday night.
I mean, yeah, but like, okay, yeah.
RK Outpost has recently referred to Ingram's Kenobi character Reva as
Hello?
dumb and retarded.
Oh,
Millions
there
of
we go.
subscribers, where the three channels have made a profitable business in Lord of the Rings.
Shit was lagging there for a minute.
Okay, we're back up.
Yeah, we're back up now, yeah.
Brings the power to name a few. Amanda is the current target of this YouTube-based operation. Together, Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, and Neurotic have led the charge against Amanda even before the release of the Acolyte, producing nearly 40 videos relevant to Amanda and the Acolyte since May. These channels have asserted that Amanda is vapid and narcissistic, the adult pretender, dumb, and half-black bitch.
Yeah, because which like again, was like maybe the last one, but again, she is a lot of those things. She was the one that made that distrust, because I didn't even remotely have a problem. I didn't care about Amanda Stenberg until she made that awful.
We didn't care about Amanda Stenberg until Amanda Stenberg made us care about her for the wrong reasons. Yeah.
Like the whole thing, it genuinely sounded terrible. Like it was this awful, like spoken word whispery rap.
She's trying to imitate like Kendrick Lamar, but failed at it. Yeah.
Yeah, failing. Oh my god. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar is like way better. It just came across as so pretentious. Like it came across as so pretentious.
No, it's funny.
So artful. Blah blah blah.
Anyway,
I feel like I'm in the minority here, where I actually knew about Stenberg way before The Acolyte, and even way before her other movies, like The Hate You Give
and The Hunger Games. Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
the Hunger Games. First full-fledged movie I saw
It was
her
around
in.
for that whole YA dystopian novel thing, and I like.
Yeah, The Darkest Mind, right?
The only time I ever engaged with it was when I had to read The Giver for one of my classes. Like I like avoided it like the plague because it looked really stupid and lame. And looking back, I still think it was stupid and lame.
I mean, at least it wasn't Divergent.
Yeah, I mean, I get that it was just not for me, but yeah, it just really did not, appeal to me at all. Yeah. Oh, but in terms of actors, I did actually, unfortunately, recognize one of the actors, because Manny Jacinto I actually recognized from The Good Place, and honestly, when I saw that he was in it, I was honestly...
You were like, oh, what are you doing here, man? I don't want to see you part of this shit, dog.
I loved The Good Place. Like, I binged the entire series while it was airing, and it was genuinely one of the best series, and Manny Jacinto's character was easily one of the funniest in the series. So when I saw him in this, I was like, oh my god, really, Manny? Really, Manny?
Yeah, now they got Derek's actor playing one of the Hutt characters in that stupid ass like baby Jedi show.
That was kind of, yeah. Anyways, okay.
Yeah, moving on.
I feel like
He's
the
raped
reason
against
he did the
racism.
show
He's
was
gaslit
because they paid him a lot of money. And I
Yeah.
feel like
Okay,
that's what
let's get back to the video.
Against Amanda, even before the release of the Acolyte, producing nearly 40 videos relevant to Amanda and the Acolyte since May. These channels have asserted that Amanda is vapid and narcissistic, the adult pretender, dumb, and half-black bitch. For defending herself against racism. These channels have gaslit Amanda by claiming she's playing the victim card, with RK Outpost proclaiming, "You remember impressing your goddamn life, you bitch." These YouTubers use racist dog whistles, including angry black woman stereotypes. The hate campaign
God, dog. Oh my God, dog. That whole dog whistle thing is so stupid. Okay, anyway, let's. Okay. It's clear that most of this is just gonna be him. I'm just gonna try and pause this a little.
All right.
Against Amanda has been so profitable that other major YouTubers have joined the attacks on Amanda, including Star Wars Theory, 3.3 million subscribers.
There's the Star Wars Theory mention.
There's.
I know. Yeah, that's. There's the Star Wars Theory mention.
6 minutes in, and we finally got around to Star Wars Theory. Great job, Bob.
Yeah, which I mean, that's like the mention of him in this that kind of caused this whole drama. But anyways, like, yeah, okay, let's just go, yeah, because this is gonna take forever.
Subscribers. How many more good faith content creators will turn to profitable hate campaign if this behavior is continued is permitted to continue with no repercussions? Action required. The Star Wars fandom refuses to watch a marginalized actor or fan be singled out by prolonged racist harassment from a handful of YouTubers. As a result of YouTube's inaction, which has transformed hate into a lucrative career path, it is concerning to us that targeting marginalized actors on social media platforms has historically resulted in platform bans, whereas the same behavior may provoke millionaires on YouTube. This should be highly concerning to advertisers as well. We understand that YouTube has an important role to play in promoting free speech. However, content uploaded by geeks and gamers, arcade outposts, and Nerdrotic is not opinion or criticism. It is prolonged targeted harassment against women of color. We urge YouTube to enforce its community guidelines and demonetize these channels immediately and permanently. Thank you. May the force be with you. And then.
Okay, there we go. So now that Bob is done reading that, I will set the video back to normal speed.
Good.
There we go. So yeah, that was an entire like laundry list of absolutely nothing. It's basically just oh my God, they like silence them because they're criticizing and the dog whistles and the blah 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 blah. It's like you just don't want these people to be criticized. That's really all it is.
Also, Jeremy, yellow this, your Taki buddy right there. Have you shown any videos where the chuds are complaining because there are no straight white guys in Agatha all along? It's like, no, my guys, they have better shit to do. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that whole Agatha all along. Honestly, it's hilarious. It's like I love how these people try to desperately like worship like Agatha all along, even though like literally it was like they couldn't even spell the name. Honestly, after a while, I literally kept, like, ever since the show dropped, no one's talked about it. Literally nobody.
Dude, I ran into this one jackass on Threads who was like, the fact that, like, none of the chuds are talking about this show or complaining about it proves that it's good. It's like, well, no one else is, so what does that tell ya?
Speaking of Threads, there are so many She-Hulk stills
on
Threads.
Yes, there are.
Like, oh my God, these people are just like I actually got into an argument with one of them and they blocked me.
Oh, what a bitch!
In a back and forth, it's like, well, the show is funny, and I basically was like, oh, well, the show is funny, and then I was like, why is it funny? I don't have to explain myself to you, okay? And I showed them, Daria, Three Busy Debras, and Golden Girls as examples of lead comedy female shows, of comedy shows with women in the leads that were, actually good.
And then he was all like, oh, of course you'd pill up those ones.
Yeah, he basically just ignored it and was just like, oh, well, those, was like, I don't care what makes you funny, blah, 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 and then he eventually just blocked me, and then I just kind of moved on. Like, these people, like... Okay.
Yeah, moving on.
When did they... wait. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Wait, hold on.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. It's gonna be a while.
Oh, my God.
Scared.
Oh, wait, I think that's... Oh, there we go. I think, like, oh, my God, it's gonna take a while before we get that.
We should really consider making this a multi-parter, but let's just keep going.
See how much time we have. That'd be fun. Let me see. Let me see if I don't think I have anything, because I kind of, I don't think I have, anything, because, I kind of, like, okay, anyways, okay, so let's just see this video and we'll see how we feel. Let's just see what we do.
Yeah.
Because, this is gonna take a while.
Sources. This dropped pretty much, this was dropped on September 4th. A whole bunch of people shared it. This isn't the original one. Jacob is just a Star Wars fan.
No, he's a shill. He's a shill.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually Yeah, he actually made a video I think I put it in the suggestions. He actually made a video defending Jacob from EFAP.
Oh, yes, he did. We'll get to that one of these days.
Yeah, he basically made like a video because they made a video reacting to Jacob, and they basically
Don't spoil it, Jeremy. I want to be surprised.
I won't. Yeah, I just want to mention that he did that. So and there was a little bit at the end with Dane, but yeah. So let's just keep going with this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked over his stuff a while ago because EFAP covered him for liking the Acolyte trailer.
No, he simped for it.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Oh my god. It's honestly hilarious how EFAP EFAP lives in his... EFAP, I honestly think, is fascinating in terms of the whole anti-fandom thing, because these people, when it comes to EFAP, EFAP is an interesting case because they really don't care about EFAP in the sense of them going after. Because it's like the only people they go after individually on EFAP are Mauler, obviously, Mauler and Rags, obviously, Drinker, and Nerdrotic. And maybe Az, because he does appear on EFAP sometimes, but not as much. And that's really it. EFAP has had several guests over the years, and yet they only care about
those 5.
Because it's again, literally, they, and what's hilarious, and you can tell, they don't acknowledge that any of the other EFAP guests exist. They don't pay attention. Even Fringy, who is literally one of the core hosts, they've literally admitted that they do not care about Fringy, at all.
Well, to be fair, Fringy doesn't upload a whole lot for them to care, so, yeah.
Because it's the thing is, with Mauler and Rags, there's a grip. Because it's Mauler, he hangs out with people like Drinker, Nerdrotic, and other people, leading to them giving this stupid running gag of, oh hey, what's Mauler doing? Yeah, they came up with this stupid running gag where every time Mauler appears, they go, hey, what's Mauler doing here? Doopy-doopy-doo. And Mauler hates the modern garbage, and describes the whole thing with objectively better, because they hate the idea that a film's can have objective qualities.
Mm-hmm.
And Rags, of course, the dude. Rags, of course, is basically just a dude, basically the exact opposite of them. Rags is a dude who goes out of his way to be as offensive as humanly possible, and has said some pretty crazy stuff. So yeah, there's stuff going, but with Fringy doesn't really do anything to earn their ire or their audience's ire, so they basically just pretend that he doesn't exist.
They probably can't criticize. They probably can't criticize Fringy because he's not white. He's green.
No, I don't think that's it, for 2 reasons. One, Fringy doesn't show his face, so they might not know what he looks like. So they might not even know that he's black. And 2, they've criticized Eric July several times. So
yeah, I know. I'm Josh. Yeah.
Anyway. No. It's if they did know that Fringy was black, they just call him a pick-me for hanging out with Mauler and Rags, they do with Jay. Which Jay, honestly, JXC is hilarious, because Jay's mere existence on the show disproves 90% of EFAP haters. Not only is JXC left-leaning and trans, but their introduction to the show was organic. They basically just they made early in the EFAP stage, they made a video responding to Jay's video Jay made on Mauler's
Black Panther review. Rhino milk.
Yeah, which I think that's kind of where a part of the EFAP lore came from.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And anyway, so basically they brought Jay on, and basically now Jay is and then basically Jay became friends and appeared and now Jay's there's actually an There's actually an EFAP website where you can like go to like EFAP and check information. According to the website, Jay is literally the second most frequent EFAP guest, only behind Moodle. Which I honestly I don't really know where their stance on EFAP is now, because they haven't. I mean, I think, yeah, because I mean the thing about because I don't really know what their stance on current EFAP is. I'm pretty sure that Jay and Mahler are still friends, but I'm not really sure how Jay feels about the rest of EFAP, because Jay hasn't really been on the podcast since the Ant-Man and the Quantumania review. So but yeah, it's like even then, it's like they have to like try, like they basically act like Jay is like the token pick-me of the group, because Jay's mere existence on the show disproves like 90% of accusations about EFAP. But anyway, enough about EFAP. I just get me along with it.
Blair, worst crime against humanity, probably. It's terrible. But anyways, yeah, he this was shared the same day as this video dropped.
Alarming number of users.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. This is rewriting Ripley's awful little propaganda video. God, this is the first time I've watched this video in like a year. God, let's just be silent and watch it in like its full uncut glory.
Users are exploiting their platforms to spread hate.
Leslie Jones was subjected to incredibly vicious attacks on Twitter.
I don't say anything I don't believe, but of course I do say things in a way that is going to elicit a response from people.
Sparking outrage, spraying vitriol at many, and helping to legitimize a movement of negativity growing on the internet.
There has been a rampage of vitriol that we have faced since the show was even announced, when it was still just a concept and no one had even seen it.
This is what the Acolyte exists for. It's not here for story. It's not here to build the lore. For crying out loud, look at the cast right here. This cast was made for having as little white males as possible in this cast.
You know, Lucasfilm, you know, the retarded Avengers assemble over there, backing each other up.
Racists do stick together.
He accused Jones of playing the victim.
Actress Amanda Stenberg playing the victim card.
They can do nothing other than play the victim.
Amanda Stenberg, the adult pretender.
Pathological, sociopathic, feminist liars in popular culture.
Almost like she's fucking lying through her teeth. And it would be one thing if we actually saw some evidence of this, right? And it would be one thing.
Wait, okay. Let's read the comments. Let's actually read the comments, because they flashed these comments on.
If we actually saw
4.7 on IMDb. I bet you're crying more than white men now. Good luck finding your identity. Maybe you'll find it someday. You're not welcome in the Star Wars family.
I mean, that's pretty tame, so...
It's relatively...
Your character sucks, Mary Sue. Bruh, that's literally a criticism of... He literally says, it is of the character. It is of the character. Criticizing a character is not the same as the actor.
evidence
Garbage woke show. That's about the show
of this. And it would be one thing if we actually saw some evidence
this is gonna
of this.
It's gonna be a long one. I saw your interview and your racist dig at all white people. Screw you.
That's right.
You put a crackling campfire in space,
and your show is bullshitting the franchise.
Also, I love how these people, in terms of like the space, like they're like, oh, well, there's explosions in space because an explosion was, you know, the same as a controlled fire.
Yeah.
Because that's it's like even Razorblade, who I normally like, just made that stupid argument. Like Razorblade's video was like on the Acolyte was weird because it did make points that I agreed with, but at the same time, it felt like it was trying way too hard to distance itself from the chud, so it like distanced itself from arguments like Kitty Mundi's age and the fire in space.
Oh, that pissed me off. Yeah.
Well, you need to make like the show's already bad. You don't need to make up more reasons that it's bad. And I just thought that was like it felt like he wanted to insult the show, but was like worried about being called a chud.
Like he's pussyfooting around it. Yeah.
Yeah, he basically, because it's like, yeah, it was Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, because, yeah, like, Razorblade's a pretty good reviewer, but, yeah, that video was, like, really kind of, like, weird. But, yeah, anyway, let's see.
If we act...
Okay, that's...
Okay, yeah.
that is, like...
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'll give them. That's literally
that's pushing it, yeah.
Okay, like, you have one. You have one.
Actually,
Trans delusional and the acolytes sucks. Hope you never get casted again. I mean, yeah, I'd say that one's fine, yeah.
I don't know why they wrote trans. Amanda isn't trans.
Amanda thinks she's non-binary, but, you know, she ain't trans, yeah.
Oh. I guess, but again,
saw some of this shit.
Canceled the Reagan. I don't know what the Reagan is. Oh, okay, alright. I get it now.
Okay, I mean, obviously we're not going to go through, like, all of these comments because they're super small. She's the daughter of a millionaire. She's probably never faced real criticism. It's something she doesn't know. Of course, she thinks it has to be criticism. Such intolerable racism, that check cleared, yeah. Again, this one, black senators, blah, blah, blah. These people don't know struggle watching loved ones murdered or die of illness. Like, that's the thing. Like, they show these so fast that you don't have time to read them. And if you actually read them, you're like, oh, this is incredibly mild and tame criticism of an... Like, the only one that was, bad was, like, the monkey one. Which, like, okay, bad, but everything else is incredibly negotiable.
Yeah.
But again, it's like the running, it's like the show, so it's like, oh, hey, I have, I'm of age, do you have an ID? There, like, literally flashing your ID to you, because again, to most people, they'll just assume that because there's a lot of comments and they show them fast, they have to be bad.
Yeah.
This is just gaslighting.
These are terrible, talentless people that we are instructed that we must like unless... Then the sort of subtext is, if you don't like...
Oh, yeah, this hilarious edit. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Also, Hypnotic has the music channel called Hypnotic Records. He made, like, a Mandela Stenberg, like, a parody of his own called Cry Wolf. Like, make, like, a little, like, parody song about it. It's actually, like, legit really catchy. Like, just look up Records Cry Wolf after this. I'm honestly one thing I'm disappointed by, I'm kind of disappointed nobody made, like, a Cupcake remix of a Mandela Stenberg's diss track, because that would have been legit hilarious.
I've never heard that song.
Oh, what? Of the diss track?
I've never heard of the song Cupcake, no.
Basically, there's this artist named Cupcake that makes, like, very vulgar songs, and there's kind of like a meme subsection of the internet that they take certain songs, or not even songs, just audio from various media, and they, like, interpolate Cupcake's lyrics at random points. Sometimes it's like remixes of songs, but other times they make, like, other times they take, like, actual audio and edit it in. It is so funny. Like, it would have been helpful to even do that too. Like, yeah, definitely recommend looking that up. Yeah, anyway.
All right. Like them, you're some kind of bigot somehow.
Terrible performance, her attitude, driving away fans, or anything like that. No, it's everyone else's fault, and they're racist, and they just hate me because I'm black.
Yep, Chad's completely correct here.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
It's all, like, she's so vapid and narcissistic.
It is the most, like, kind of narcissistic, lack of self-awareness.
And she's still bitching about oppressors. You've never been oppressed in your goddamn life, you bitch.
I got a Derek Chauvin George Floyd memorial.
But also, every single different race of people has been enslaved and discriminated against and oppressed in some way throughout our entire history. The only people that can't get over it seems to be black people.
I am not a racist, though I'm frequently told that I am one. But I am in favor of oppressing whatever the fuck this is, because...
Yeah, Lil Platoon is Lil Platoon's very underrated. That dude's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's actually a new permanent host on EFAT, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
YouTube, again, hate should not be a career path. Hey, Bob!
Bobby
you see what that
boy.
is? You should not be a career path. Maybe you should take that advice. Irony, oh my god. I'm sorry. This is just, oh my god. I know this is gonna be a long video. I could just make fun of Bob all day.
Yeah.
So that if you remember, that was dropped by Rewriting Ripley. Almost always, I assume there had to be some coordination, but Rewriting Ripley dropped that video, and it was the same day that Kyle Katarn dropped this 2-page thing that I just read out the whole thing.
Let's be honest, they didn't drop anything. It was entirely organized.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
It was entirely organized. They didn't just randomly drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the reality, because again, these people just want, I'm not, these people just want to, censor, others. And it's here's the thing, it's there's, tons of content creators that I don't like, but it's I would never want to, even people as awful as, the Paul brothers, I wouldn't want to, have censored, because it's at the end of the day, I could, who cares? I could just, ignore it. But these people, they want to, censor because they just don't want, negativity or wrong thing. And I'm not going to act like people like Drinker. And the frustrating thing is it's, this constant, wave of hate and false narratives it makes it harder to criticize these people in good faith when so many criticisms surrounding them is just, this barrage of, oh, they're bigots and chuds and blah, blah, blah. Because it's it makes it harder to actually criticize them in good faith. There's only, a small handful of, videos on Drinker that criticize him in, a good faith way, as opposed to the mountainous generic piles of hit pieces that just basically echo the same. He's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a blah, 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 blah. And it's obnoxious. It's obnoxious.
It's Trickle Trick is a racist. Yes, Grandma. Let's get you to bed now.
It's these people, there are actual, and it's these people have compared Critical Drinker to, Andrew Tate, and I'm how? It's no, Drinker is not anything like Andrew Tate. And then it's oh, well, he interviewed, Ben Shapiro on, yeah, he interviewed him because of a movie. So what if he interviews people? Do you think that everyone who interviews everyone always has some? And even then, you can be, interview people and not agree with them on, everything. Mm-hmm. Oh, and my favorite thing, they think that Drinker is a shill because even though he negatively reviewed Lady Ballers, he wasn't hard on it enough, so he's actually still shilling for the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
I wish I was picking that up. They actually think that because Drinker wasn't incredibly hard and and slamming it as this awful movie, that somehow he's shilling. Even though his review, because he wasn't unbelievable. Again, it's there is literally an entire empire in cottage industry on YouTube dedicated to hating on Critical Drinker, and it's absolutely just insane. Critical Drinker lives in these people's heads, rent-free.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And it's ridiculous. These same people that go, oh, you shouldn't make a career out of hate. Don't hate people. Anyways, I'm going to hate watch this YouTuber. I'm going to hate watch this guy. I'm going to hate watch this person. Blah. It's you could just not watch them, but you don't want to because you want to basically make your money off of hating these people because you know it's profitable. Because Critical Drinker exists in that sweet spot to where they're an infamous person where, I wouldn't call him a lol cow in the same sense as, Jake Paul, for obvious reasons. But, he's in that sweet spot to where he's well known enough to have, a net for his, image to bring people together. He's niche enough to where, not a lot of people, know who he is, and he's hated enough to, get people to him. There's a reason that people continue because it's like it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Thing that I just read out the whole thing, and that essentially it's like, hey, these channels are harassing people.
No, they're not.
And you aren't like, as if you don't directly target people like Drinker and Smaller and all these other people. Like, you directly target these people. You directly attack their character. You directly attack their fan base. You directly attack everything about them. You look at them up in like, you don't just go be like, it would be one thing if they went and just criticized their content, but no, like, these people only criticize the actors, and it doesn't go farther than that. You literally go to like Drinker's environment. Like, you literally criticize them, their friends. You go after their family. You go after them through like events, their business ventures. You obsess over them. You go after everything about them. And I could honestly go and don't even get me started on Eric July. The insane things that not just Bob and his cronies, but Eric July Rippaverse detractors in general have done is genuinely insane. Like, I'm not even joking. There was a Rippaverse detractor that defiled the grave relative of Eric July. I'm not even kidding. He actually did that and like posted it on the internet. I'm not even kidding. Like, they actually did that. But no, whenever they criticize an actor for saying things that they willingly said, that's harassment, but not any of the stuff that Bob is doing. Not them targeting their friends, targeting their family, targeting their everything, targeting every single thing about them. Their events, where they go, they literally stalk their content.
Yeah.
For like everything. It's the hypocrisy is astounding.
Shouldn't there be a price? Now, real quick, we just saw that video. I think it might be fun to go ahead and look over. DJ's done this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it for myself.
Oh boy.
True or false? If you make a video that compares people to animals or bugs because of their race or nationality, that could result in a strike on your channel.
Cool, good thing Drinker, Nerdrotic, and Baller, and any of these people, they have literally never done that, ever.
The answer is...
Well, I know the answer is true, but we all know the actual answer is false.
Is true. Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against members of protected groups, including but not limited to race, gender, sexual orientation, or religious affiliation.
Cool. They don't do that. They just criticize people that happen to be part of those groups.
Mm-hmm. We may allow content that includes hate speech, like news coverage of world events, if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature. But this is not a free pass to promote hate speech, and it's important that the purpose of the video is not to directly encourage violence or promote hatred against individuals or groups.
Insert Curb Your Enthusiasm theme here, because that's literally what Bob does. That's literally what Bob's entire channel does.
I mean, he literally,
take a look at a few
this point I
examples.
gotta ask, can we just report his channel for doing the exact thing this video is saying, hey, don't do that, you can get reported.
I mean, honestly,
that'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it'd be funny if someone did that, but yeah, honestly, I don't want to get into like that kind of drama, but yeah, it's like seriously.
A creator.
Also, why don't
Very
why don't
interesting. So
hang on, why don't this isn't about Bob, but why don't the stick people in this video not have bodies? Like, look at them. It's just the head, the arms, and the legs. Why don't they have like a line connecting all that shit together? What the hell art style is this?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Anyways,
so, I mean,
I thought the arms were bodies, and
lots of these creators do this shit. They do.
Really?
They violate it, but you know.
Why haven't you played clips of it then?
Violate them, and it's like it's literally just either the flimsiest stuff imaginable, or my sources that I made it up.
Yeah.
It's like seriously, their logic, like again, it's like if I made a video critical of the Eddie Murphy film Norbit, it's like, oh my god, you made a video that's critical of a film starring black actors, you racist. That's literally the logic of Bob and people like it. Literally his logic.
Oh, YouTube seems to turn a blind eye.
Oh yeah, YouTube seems to turn a blind eye. Yeah, it's not like they banned Master Oogway, for his, content.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they did that. And also Leafy. They banned Leafy.
Yeah.
Like Leafy. Okay, Leafy turns a blind eye for it, then why did they ban Leafy?
Yeah.
Uploads a video using slurs to describe members of a religious group.
What slurs, though? Like what slurs?
And goes on to say the world would be better off without these people.
Never once said by any of these people.
Yeah.
Especially given the fact that they've, raised some media with those people, but no, those don't count. Those go against our narrative, so those don't.
In another video, a documentary features interviews with people from 2 different religious groups, during which the interviewees use derogatory words. Do either of these videos violate our community?
Also, notice how Bob, oh my god, also, Bob, he's not on the level of someone like Hassan, because at least Bob stays in the room.
Yeah.
While Hassan literally, at least Bob doesn't just go off and, let the video play, he at least stays. But, oh my god, Bob is horrible at giving commentary.
Yes. He just sits there. He just sits there.
There are so many points in time where he will literally just let the video play while he makes a stupid face and just oh, and it's like, bruh, and again, stuff, it's it's not on the level of Hassan or the reactors that Jack's film makes fun of, but it's so annoying. Give commentary.
Do something!
If I want to watch these videos, then I'd watch the video. We're here for you.
Mm-hmm.
You and your content.
Yep.
Community guidelines?
Obviously, the first one.
Yes. The first video violates our hate content policy. YouTube does not allow use of slurs.
You know what other video? The Phantom Initiatives would violate YouTube's content guidelines. The video where Dane called Eric July a chunky monkey. How about that?
Oh yeah, I think that video actually is removed. Probably,
okay, he is never living that shit down.
I think that video is removed. I think the original video. Oh yeah, and not to mention how back before he quit the initiative, Charles from Willis Street. I mean, I'm not gonna hold it against Charles because he actually quit the initiative and is honestly seems to be doing a lot better. But at the same time, he straight up called Eric July an Uncle Tom. Straight up. Yeah, thankfully Charles. Yeah, thankfully, that was before he quit the initiative. Basically, what happened was basically there was this channel that I watched that's been very critical of Dane, of Dane and his cronies named Grey Coupe. I've actually he actually comments on my videos sometimes. He's a pretty chill guy, and he had this little show with this other dude called Patrick, where they basically, made fun of the Fandom Initiative and stuff. They actually had Wikipedia interviewed him, and basically after that interview, basically after that episode, Dane and crew basically threw him to the curb. He basically threw him to the curb, and basically they made this whole apology thing, and which was cheap, and he's not on the show anymore.
Yeah.
Now basically just Charles is doing his own thing and guest starring on that darn Kidda's podcast, Thinker Thursdays. So yeah, it's it just kind of shows how these people will just throw each other under the bus.
Or degrade members.
It is typically what happens. One screws up, throw them out.
Oh god, okay, wait.
Hack, dehumanize, or degrade members of protected groups.
It was insufferable. It is viscerally
Hey, it's Despot of Antrim, yay!
Yay!
Hey. Disgusting listening to this thing prance and dance around screen.
Well, I was curious about what this thing is.
The toy maker's son.
Okay. Okay.
Where's the
What
issue?
about a documentary that
Because she criticized because Jinx is a drag queen, and he criticized her because uses her.
Dude, I showed this clip to my buddy Brandon, and his jaw dropped. He couldn't believe how disgusting this fucking clip was. Anyway.
Yeah, and it's like, again,
this thing prance and dance around screen.
Well, I was curious about what this thing is.
The toy maker's son.
yes, because it's not like, because it's not like, people have ever made fun of, of the looks of an actor or actress before.
Dum dum dum.
Weird.
Anyway. Moving on.
But what about a documentary that shows people promoting hate speech? Would that be okay? To learn that and more about our policies around hate content, go to the
So clearly these guys do violate YouTube terms of service, but they really don't do anything.
Yeah, because they don't. They literally don't.
Because they're not breaking the law.
Because they also love to pretend that dark humor just doesn't exist as a concept.
No.
It's clear that they make jokes. There is a clear, and again, I'm not saying that there aren't people that use dark humor as an excuse to be bigoted, because Nick Fuentes is basically what people like Bob think that, or because it's like Nick Fuentes is genuinely from what I've seen, a bigot. Nick Fuentes is what people like Bob think that Brinker, Mahler, Neurotic, and the rest are. That's genuinely and it's like, because it's like if you watch one of Nick Fuentes' videos and an episode of Friday Night Tights or Open Bar, you can clearly see there is a difference with Brinker, Mahler, and others, being more jokey and fun and not taking this seriously. Whereas Nick Fuentes, he is clearly dead serious. This is actually what he believes.
Yeah.
One RK Outpost video has been taken down.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, that happened. That happened. Yeah. Wow, fakest clap ever.
It's shocking. It's actually shocking. Now, the fact is, I don't really expect YouTube to have a big reaction, because frankly, these guys make them money.
Really? I mean, it's not like we're talking about PewDiePie here, or T-Series. Come on.
What do you mean let's go, again, the only one of these let's be honest, these creators are incredibly niche. Obviously they're bigger than Bob, but aside from, obviously there's Asmund, the only ones that are super mega popular, or popular enough to be considered worth money are Asmongold, but he's on Twitch, and Brinker, and that's really it.
Bob, you really expect me to believe that the entire fucking fandom menace is just a whole bunch of cash cows for YouTube to keep around? No, get off of this. It's ridiculous.
Honestly, a majority of people,
the only
for the longest time.
In channel
Most of them are incredibly niche people.
That's it.
That because Mahler, I doubt YouTube even knows who Brinker, who most of these people are. It's again, this is not creators like PewDiePie, creators like Mr. Beast or iShowSpeed or Kai Cenat or whoever. Well, I don't keep up with super popular YouTubers. Those are people that make money. But people like Brinker and Mahler and Nerdrotic don't have the reach or influence Bob thinks they do. I'm pretty sure if I asked random people around my college who Mahler or Brinker or Nerdrotic or any of these people, I don't think they would know. But the thing is, they're more successful than Bob, and that's why he goes after them.
Yes, and as we all know, Bob is just jealous when other people make more money than him, as evidenced by the Backseat Boys Christmas special last year.
Yeah, I saw that, and oh my god. Oh yeah, is that the one where he criticized It's a Wonderful Life?
That's the one where he's called It's a Wonderful Life, like, pro-communist, and he had a fucking store selling his own merch, which is pretty damn capitalistic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that one second thought video where he was like, if capitalism doesn't win, then we'll all fall apart. Anyway, this video has a sponsor.
Yeah.
It's like again, yeah, that dude's honestly a major Second Thought is honestly a major grifter, dude. Like, he's not like in the same wheel as Bob because he covers more like political stuff, but that dude is like your NPC.
Yeah.
They do. Now, how does this relate to Star Wars Theory and Star Wars Explained? So that letter I read initially, and I closed down that tab because I'm an idiot. That letter.
Oh, well, at least you admitted it.
Yeah, at least he admits it. At least he admits it.
He gets to the drunk. Well, I mean, I get this. Well, I mean, to be fair, he did have to establish all that, so I guess it does make sense.
I read out to you guys. That was shared by Kyle Katurn. But
does JD Vance ever talk about what the frick would JD Vance talk about the Acolyte?
I don't know, man.
What would he care? Like, oh my god! Oh my god!
Jeez, the TDS runs deep. The TDS runs deep.
It's like, why the frick would JD Vance care about the Acolyte?
Like, I could think of a million more things that JD Vance would care about before he would care about the Acolyte. Like, let's be real here.
Oh my god! And this was before he became vice
Was he
president.
announced as the vice presidential nominee? Or?
I don't know. I'll have to ask my dad on that. I'll have to ask Dad Cedar on that. Anyway.
right now they're trying to push the idea that it was actually made by Molly of Star Wars Explained. That Star Wars Explained is doing this secret thing.
The evidence highly
try to shut down Star Wars Theory, and it's a misdirect. It's a misdirect.
No, it isn't. We know for a fact Molly was involved.
It's been confirmed by Star Wars Theory that Alex Damon legit loses sleep over Star Wars Theory success, and he has to be calmed down by Molly.
Oh god. That's the only time, and those are the only times where Alex shows he has a spine.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, oh my god. Like, honestly, like, Star Wars Explained is honestly such a bland channel. Like, literally watching footage of, like, Alex is genuinely one of the most bland and robotic creators I've ever seen. Like, oh my god.
He is literally wheat bread.
Yes, it mainly just comes from the fact they try so hard to be uncontroversial, but it's like, dude, you're on YouTube and you're gonna get at least one motherfucker who hates you. Like, come on.
Like, literally listening to his interviews, it's like the dude is just so...
It's free bread.
These chuds are going for. And that's where a lot of this is coming from. And it's mainly being pushed by Star Wars Theory, but there's lots of smaller channels who are going after it. Here, let me go ahead and pull this up real fast.
That's kind of the amazing thing is that the Acolyte kind of did. It really brought out and introduced a lot of people to a lot of other smaller creators who are talking about the Acolyte, giving us their own perspective on why it's either good or bad.
Yeah.
Mainly bad.
I mean,
It's definitely introduced a lot of people, and those channels obviously grown their communities. And the shills, they hate that.
The shills, yep.
That did actually happen. It did kind of happen to me with Velma, because I did find two cool channels from, like, the criticism of Velma. Greg Owen and the Meh Emoji. Both of those are pretty cool channels. Like, I found them from their videos on Velma, and I've subbed and watched their stuff. And they're both pretty, like, cool channels.
Yeah.
Like, I find a lot of these videos from, like, like videos from, like...
Star Wars Explained wrote that letter, even though Kyle Katurn posted it, so I don't know
He's
why
not
you
even
would
pronouncing
assume.
Katarn
Listen, I obviously
properly.
assume Kyle Katarn
It's
and
like
Rewriting
you
Ripley
know this
worked
guy has
together
never played the
because
Dark
they
Forces
released that.
games.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't even call Bob a tourist. I would literally just call him like a man who can't even afford a flight, so he just like hangs out at the airport and watches other people.
He can't. No. Bob is the kind of guy where if he can't afford a flight, he'll go onto Google Earth and just pretend he's vacationing that way. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
that video and that letter at the same day.
Go
So I
to
assume they
the
worked together.
forest or some kind of nature walk, but he can't afford to, so he just turns on the eagle cam.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, Backseater. I think this would be a good thumbnail.
Oh
face.
yeah, alright, what's this times code 1423? I'm gonna have to remember that for the video. I'm gonna make a note of that. Wait, where's my sticky notes? Alright, 1423. 1 second, folks. Oh goddamn it, go away. Alright, I'll just remember 1423. There you go. We can continue to move on now.
Oh, I could add DM material.
Listen,
later.
I obviously assume Kyle Katarn and Rewriting Ripley worked together because they
Katarn
released
here.
that video and that letter at the same day. So I assume they worked together, and there's lots of overlap between the two. They had to work together. They had to. I don't think that's
They
a
work
big
together. They dress as slave outfits together.
But like anything past that, it's like I would assume Kyle Katarn wrote the letter and that Star Wars or Rewriting Ripley edited the video. That's the conclusion I would draw based on nothing else. Just on who posted it. But yeah, they're trying to say Molly from Star Wars Explained wrote it. And did she have something to do with it? I honestly don't know. And I kind of don't. I mean, I guess if she did based, but like.
He was about to say, I don't care, but he says that all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't really, like, the letter was posted, so what? Like, and it's worth noting that letter's not even purposely targeting Star Wars Theory. They're acting like it is, but it's not.
Like, okay, it doesn't technically target just Star Wars Theory.
It targets a whole bunch of others, yeah, but he was still a part of the targeted people.
Yeah, like that. Duh. Like
it's like
it's a misdirect. The other big misdirect they're doing is about how like they're just upset over the Acolyte being canceled, despite.
Which yes, they are. They are upset over the Acolyte being canceled.
Yes.
Also, speaking of which, I love how Bob will literally just like criticize, like they'll literally go after like the Disney live action remakes and on pretend. Like, oh, the Disney live-action remakes suck. I just like no, like, wow, big shocker. Like, wow, you criticized the Disney live-action remake.
Oh no, we're not shilling for Disney here. No.
But yeah, they basically love to act like. Anyway,
the fact that none of that stuff directly had to do with Acolyte, had to do with Mandela Steinberg. That's for sure.
Yeah, and people were criticizing Amanda Steinberg due to things about the Acolyte.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
idiot, man.
But not Acolyte specifically, just...
Yes, the Acolyte specifically, because the things he was criticizing her for was about the Acolyte. That is the center of the criticism. Get that through your brain, Bob. Get that through your brain.
Your very
She
thick
was the
brain.
latest in the series of actresses to be harassed this way.
Brain.
So that is the narrative as far as I can tell you. So we got like cringe videos like this, whoever Star Wars Owen is, and
yeah, I've never heard of. I don't think I've heard of. Words. But oh my god, okay, fine. Yeah.
Thousands still unsubscribing from Star Wars Explained.
Well, yeah, they lost over like 5,000.
Oh my god, look! Oh my god, look! There's Bob's live stream in the thumbnail. Right here.
Oh, great.
Star Wars Theory Plus, this stream right now. But you're going to see videos popping up going after Star Wars Explained. And in case you're wondering, Star Wars Explained, the actual channel, has done nothing to facilitate any of this.
You still haven't provided any real evidence that says that they're not really involved in this, Bob. Where is it?
Like, no, here's the thing. Like, okay, no, like, no. The thing is, his audience doesn't need evidence. Like, Bob isn't trying to appeal to us. He's trying to appeal to his audience, and these people don't need evidence.
Well, he still needs to anyway, regardless who's watching him.
Well, I mean, yeah, but keep in mind, Bob is incredibly dishonest and doesn't understand most things.
This channel is just Star Wars content. It's interviews,
Star Wars
it's
content.
talking about James Earl Jones. It's Easter eggs. This is what a Star Wars fan channel is supposed to fucking look like.
Well, who are you to decide that?
No, see. Their stuff is positive, and Star Wars content always has to be positive all the time. That's how it's supposed to be. Always positive, never negative. Because if you're negative, then that means that you're not a fan. That is genuinely what these people think, and it really is just annoying.
I think it's perfectly healthy for fans to be critical every now and then, because it shows how passionate they are for whatever it is they love, to the point where if they see anything that comes out of left field or really doesn't feel like it should belong in there, they should have...
Yeah, it's like, hold it! Ki-Adi-Mundi wasn't born yet! Like that shit, yeah.
And these people will literally have, like, this Martin Bailey fallacy of, well, we're not saying that all criticism is bad. We're just saying that you shouldn't have these select criticisms. They'll leave channels like Moist Critical or Ryan George that have like the tamest criticism possible alone in order to make it seem like they're not just hating over all criticism. Like, and again, I love Ryan George. Like, Ryan George's pitch meeting series is like,
I haven't watched a pitch meeting video in a long while. Like, it just kind of...
Yeah, I've been a fan of Ryan George for a while. But yeah, like his videos are, like, I mean, obviously his videos are super critical, but they're not the same level as, like, a Drinker, Mauler, or Neurotic video. So they just cling to those. Like, see, I'm fine with them. These people criticizing. So... Meanwhile, the only reason you're fine with them is because their criticism is much lighter. So
Tamer, yeah.
Tamer.
Yeah.
In the spirit for laughs, really.
Yep, pretty much.
Fucking simple. Just talk about all this Star Wars stuff. And
Star Wars channel should just talk about Star Wars stuff. Like, oh my god, it's like again, if Alex and Molly want their channel to be about that, that's fine. But like, that's not how all but that's not how all Star Wars channels are. Like, they make videos critical of stuff. Like, AJ Plagiarism makes videos critical of people who criticize the prequels. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, Star Wars Theory makes videos about theories. Like, it's almost like people can decide however they want to make their channel or something.
Mm-hmm. It's like I said earlier, it's like, who are you to decide that? Who are you to decide what a Star Wars channel ought to look like, Bob? Anyway.
You will still see a little bit of stuff like this on Star Wars Theory, but you will also see the drama shit as well.
Oh no, not the drama stuff.
Oh no, cry me a river.
Yeah, because I'm sure your videos don't have anything to do with drama. Now, do they, Bob?
No.
Oh, but no, it's fun if you do it. But because you're calling out evil chuds who have the gall to comment on media. Ooh, so spooky. Ooh, oh my god, those mean chuds.
They're the boogeyman.
Yeah, well, but this just happened.
I'm the boogeyman. I'm coming to get you.
And Ray is on hold, and then that red arrow downward. He's going after a Forbes article here. Demonetized. Star Wars Theory tries to... Star Wars Explained tried to demonetize Star Wars Theory. My response. Now's really the video that kicked off all this conspiracy stuff. But we're not going to look at Star Wars Theory coverage. We're going to look at Robot Heads coverage.
Oh, finally.
Well, why wouldn't you look at Theory's side of the argument then? It's like, All right, then.
And maybe Robot Head will be a disinterested third party and just presents interesting stuff. And in case you're wondering, that's Molly from Star Wars explained. And that's the thing. So like, she's a pretty woman. So I get the sense like she's just become this full.
She is milk toast at best.
Yes. Molly Damon is a 5, and that's being generous.
Focal point where it's like, oh, we can put a pretty woman on our thumbnails because lots of the people who watch our shit are don't really get to talk to women, and then we can.
Well, that's irrelevant. What the fuck? Is he basically just trying to call us incels? What the hell?
Not to mention, several of the people you criticized are women. There are, again, EFAP, FNT, Open Bar have had several female guests, and there are several quote-unquote female chuds, and I'm sure a huge percentage of them are also women, but again, like, their idea, again, it's like, basically, again, his idea, again, that doesn't exist. That's like,
I mean, Bob.
And also demonize her.
Bob, one of your mods right there is literally calling out Melanie Mack, so it's not like you guys are above this.
Yeah.
Like, she's evil, which is, all fits in with their narrative as well.
She's really
best
evil.
As I can figure. But you know what? Maybe he will have a thoughtful.
Finally, let's here we go.
Because that's what Robot Head's known for, guys. Trust me.
It's time to expose the biggest group of slimy, sleazy, two-faced pricks on YouTube. The YouTubers whose only talent is making mind-numbingly boring content that's.
Oh wow! Is this gonna be him being self-reflective?
Doubtful.
The irony. Yeah, the irony. No, it's him criticizing you. But yeah, it's like yeah. But yeah, in terms of Robot Head, I'm not the most like avid watcher of Robot Head's content, but I have seen a bit of it. And he's alright.
He's alright. Yeah.
Good. I like Robot Head.
Yeah. Again, like I said, I did see this video that he made in response, like before, when it was happening, and I thought it was a pretty solid video that like went over pretty well. So I'm interested to see how Bob is going to try and like poke his way, like, and try to find fault in his arguments.
Robot Head. If you're gonna go ahead and say, because he's talking about himself, right? He's got to be talking about himself. Definitely.
Why would he?
Knuckles at the Disney Corporation's teat in the hope of maybe getting some free toys or a movie ticket, or if we dream really big, a job at Disney. That dream's not coming true. Yes, we're going to look at the Disney shill channels and their distrust and low opinion of their own fan base, and their organised campaign to have other YouTubers deplatformed. Now first, let's get out of the way early.
Wow. Yes, that's what. It's not because you guys lead harassment campaigns or anything. No. It's not because you guys are bullies or bigots. No. It's not because you guys are misinformation peddlers. No. It's just because
what
everybody
misinformation
else
have we been peddling? Like yeah, it's like, oh, you guys are bigots and whatnot. It's like, what information are we peddling here, Bob?
Misinformation is the idea that corporations and actors can be at fault for anything, and that movies can in any way be bad because it's Star Wars. How could anything be bad? Mindlessly consumed product. Again, this is like Target. It's like, oh, there's like harassment. Again, these people have criticized the actors and the projects they are in, and that is it. Whereas you not only criticize their content, people like, in terms of the YouTubers you criticize, you not only criticize their content, but you literally go after their offline aspects. You literally play guilt by association with the people that they hang out with. And you literally go after their other side projects. You go after their events. You go after them. You look up, like, not only that, they have literally gone on their friggin' like subreddit. Like they've made live streams going on like r/baller and r/critical drinker, going after like their fan subreddits, looking them up. Like they are literally stalking going after these YouTubers day in and day out. It's like, that's harass. Like that I would consider like to be obsessive and harass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guys, that's it.
something that the Disney...
Yeah, no, I mean, Byron, I like all evidence, I would say, supports that Kyle Katarn probably wrote that, but
why would Katarn write
doesn't matter
that?
to these guys.
Shills hate, something that drives them crazy with jealousy, and that's quickly makes some money for the channel because we can't all live on free Lego and movie tickets. Do you love the Norse mythology characters Loki, Thor, Freya, and Odin?
Oh my god, yes, Raid Shadow Legends. As all respectable YouTubers do. They
Okay, like, yeah, I agree that Raid Shadow Legends is an awful sponsorship, but, like, so, like, that doesn't indicative of, like, a lot of people support Raid Shadow Legends. That isn't, like, indicative of their quality. Like, that's just low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, low-hanging fruit, yeah.
They hawk for Raid Shadow Legends. Obviously, Raid Shadow Legends doesn't care who hawks for them, and... this dipshit was just yelling at Star Wars Explained for being a shill, and here he is fucking selling Raid Shadow Legends.
At least it pays him well.
Mm-hmm.
Did he seriously just try to claim, oh, well, you're a shill, but you have a sponsorship?
Yes.
Like, YouTubers, there's a difference between being a shill and having a sponsorship.
Yes.
Oh my god, that is the dumb. Oh my god, what? How is a age this incapable of understanding how arguments work?
Yes, he really, really is.
So, yeah.
Watch
so
him try to
you're
comment
willing
on
to
this
do
video later saying, I know how
Raid
comments
Shadow
work. Shut up.
Yeah.
Legends, are you going to tell me that you won't do the same for Disney if they wanted you to advertise for them?
No, they wouldn't. They really, really wouldn't because they hate Disney. No, they wouldn't.
Yes, because how is this man so bad at forming an argument?
Bob, if you're watching this, please define a shill, just so we know like what frame of reference you're using, because you really don't seem to know what shill means.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You are such a fucking hypocrite. Ridiculous.
Really?
Using my link or scanning the QR
now?
code that's right here, and then once you are in and crushing your enemies, come find my clan, Robot Slayers, and we'll be legends together.
I can't wait to see what awesome pet is inside this egg.
We interrupt this Backseat Boys episode to advertise our sponsor, AdaptedMind.com.
Hey.
Heyo.
Learn me.
Okay, let me just skip the ad.
Yay! God damn. What a fucking shill. This is shill channel.
That's not what it is. Okay, at best you can call him a sellout, but not a shill.
And even then, YouTubers have major sponsorships like a ton. It's like having a sponsor, like YouTube sponsorships are like a common practice.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you so dumb.
All right, here.
So now that I've finished selling my soul, let's get on to the real problem with all these shill YouTubers and their focus on other YouTubers. Yeah, you may have seen the video in a company.
Okay, their focus on other YouTubers. So real fast, we already went over Star Wars Explained is a Star Wars channel, pretty exclusively. Still, I haven't seen them cover any other YouTubers on that channel.
Text that was sent to YouTube calling for the removal of certain YouTubers who are critical of Disney and the direction of Star Wars. A lot of Disney shill content creators banded together to try and remove Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, and RK Outpost from YouTube under the guise of just having them demonetized.
You bastard! Vicious, heartless!
Well, you know, you want to argue like free speech, okay, but fun fact, free speech does not apply to being monetized on YouTube. It doesn't.
What does that have to do with what he just said?
Oh my god! Again, it's like, oh, it doesn't have to. Again, these people love to do the whole free speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. Only when it applies to like stuff that they don't like being said. Like, no, we should use freedom of speech. Like, condemn the stuff you say, but the stuff I say needs to be protected, and I should get no consequences.
Bastards!
Now, even though I do agree with a lot of things these gentlemen say, I don't agree with everything. It would be really weird to agree on everything. A group of people that share the exact same opinion on everything, well, that's what you call a cult. There's also the big problem of Ryan from RK Outpost not liking pineapple on pizza, and Gary Nerdrotic enjoying pineapple on pizza.
Oh, you see, they're just a group of friends. They don't harass people.
Dude, that was a joke.
Again, these people, like, that's one of the funniest things about them. People like Drinker, Neurotic, Mauler, and all these other people, they do not take themselves seriously, at all. Like, most of them are, they make, crazy, edgy content. They, poke fun at each other. Whereas people like Dane, Bob, Eric, and all these other people, they take themselves so seriously. They take themselves so seriously, contrasted with, people like this who just, are more, ridiculous and fun with things. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the real answer is probably jizz.
As an Australian who comes from a land where pineapple on pizza is common, love me a Hawaiian pizza, you can see that this alone makes it impossible to agree with everything they say. Now, the video and written request to YouTube came from Rewriting Ripley, a podcast/website run by Katie McCourt, who has a history of going on long, unhinged rants against people who don't like Disney Star Wars, always framing it as an alt-right, misogynist bigot problem. She really only has...
True. That is what it is.
No.
Yes.
It's like, oh no, the alt-right.
Not even shocked. Of course you do.
It was actually started by Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon?
It was just kind of
a...
Yeah, I don't know why. These people think that... I don't even remember the last time I've heard Steve Bannon mentioned that wasn't... these people are still living in, the old pre-anti-SJW era, back when Breitbart was something that was regularly discussed.
Yeah.
Basically, people have a conspiracy that all the modern, anti-SJW movement basically traces its roots back to Steve Bannon somehow. It's nuts. These people are genuinely insane. Genuinely insane.
Experiment to see if they could essentially influence culture by going after stuff like Star Wars, and as we see on YouTube, it's become quite a thriving business.
What?
Once
pineapple on pizza's fucking epic, Jacob.
Yeah.
Or disagree.
I'm honestly neutral on the pineapple.
I disagree with you, Evan. I would be right there disagreeing with you.
I mean, I just prefer meat. I either like plain cheese pizza or
pepperoni, bacon, spicy chicken sausage.
The only topping I accept on pizza is no topping. That's it. Anyway.
Okay.
Although I will admit, I've never been a fan of Canadian bacon.
I will ban you for that.
Yeah, that's just a fancy word for ham.
I get it. I'll be honest. I used to think the idea of pineapple on pizza was gross when I first started, and then I tried it, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking good."
Script. Pity is that script isn't for Prozac. She also has an obsession with trying to get anyone who's against Disney Star Wars deplatformed. And when I say Katie loves long rants, I'm talking long. Here is one titled, When Systematic Hatred of Women Online Goes Unnoticed. What does it say about us?
It was more so about the lady writing about it because...
So you might notice as he's scrolling through, there's a whole...
Evan, you're gonna say something?
Oh, I've already said something. I said, it says a lot more about the lady writing about it because, fuck, she must be fun at parties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aiden Paladin also made a video about rewriting Ripley a couple of years ago.
Anyway, moving on.
Whole bunch of data and stuff like that. Maybe sometime I'll go over rewriting Ripley. I know we've talked about maybe doing that on the Shellcast. It is huge, but it has tons of data points. It's researched. It's well figured out. He's not going to want to deep dive into what they say because it's pretty hard to argue against it once they break it all down. It's
really
okay. Cool. Watch Aiden Paladin's video. She breaks it all down. Oh, but you're not going to watch. Oh, but you're not going to watch that. Yeah, but you're not going to watch that because you don't want someone debunking your precious chud debunking.
It's really good. But yeah, he's just gonna scroll past it real fast. Duh, it's so loud, or it's so long. Who has time to read this? Well,
oh, you mean like how the rewriting Ripley thing scrolled past all the hate comments? Mm-hmm. No, it was fine then.
Yeah.
People are interested in researching it. How dare it be long and well researched? I know. And that's the thing. These guys always argue, "Hey, you guys don't provide research." Well, rewriting Ripley has the research right there. Just type it in. It's right fucking there. Oh, that's too long. Well, you can't have both ways. You can't have both ways. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, get it.
Snappy.
Oh my god, we get it. You're gonna get it. You love the information rewriting Ripley. We get it. We get it.
Yeah.
Or you want the data points plotted out for you. Pick one. Man, look at all those data points they have. They must have. That's some damn good evidence they have right there.
Oh my god. Oh.
An amazing read if you want a glimpse into the mind of a lunatic who is trying desperately to fit all of her random evidence into a predetermined outcome. It's fascinating in its blatant twisting of the truth to fit her hatred of people who don't like Disney Star Wars. What makes this particular lunatic?
No, it's actually more about how, this article contains mention of sexual assault, violence against women, suicide, incest, racism, anti-Semitism, sexism. It's all about these hate campaigns. It's not just Star Wars. It does bring up how Star Wars and Ghostbusters 2016 were kind of the early ones. Force Awakens was kind of the and then they pushed forward more with 2016, Ghostbusters 2016 and Last Jedi.
Or, here's a crazy concept. Those movies were bad and people criticized them for being bad. Why is that such a hard concept to wrap your head around? It is people criticizing media. I am so tired of it. I'm tired of these people constantly doing this. It's just constant. Oh, there are these it's conspiracy because the idea that modern movies could be bad in any way just doesn't make sense. We need to be positive about everything. Let critics do their job. Please stop ruining film discourse by constantly getting upset whenever someone says a movie is bad. It's so tired. It's not some big conspiracy. It's just people criticizing media. That's all it is, and that's all it ever will be. There is no grand conspiracy. You just think there is because you want to keep up that grip in order to appeal to these people. Because these are
they
people...
call us toxic ones.
And it's just ridiculous. It's annoying. I want to just sit and watch people I like talk about movies without, seeing people like this who, just, throw a tantrum and make everything more insufferable for the rest of us.
But it doesn't just talk about Star Wars. It's about all these hate campaigns.
Rant so fascinating is that most of the examples Katie shows of women getting, as what she calls, abused online are from other women, as this article is talking about Reylos fighting with shippers, two groups made up of mostly women. But that one...
Yeah, Reylos are so toxic.
Reylos are retarded, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the shipping culture is...
Matter of fact, I will go as much say this. I will be more than willing to endorse Disney possibly making Rey a lesbian just to see Reylos cry.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, Rey's a Disney Stars character. They could fuck her up as much, and I don't give a damn anymore. She's already toast, yeah.
God, that would be hilarious.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't even know if Reylos are still around anymore. Didn't Kylo Ren die?
Kylo Ren died, yes. So
I don't even know if Reylos anymore.
So the entire Skywalker family is fucking dead in Disney's fucking canon, yeah.
I mean, at least, honestly, I think Adam Driver was one of the few, star actors that kind of came off of Disney Star Wars,
He's like, fuck this business. Fuck this, yo.
To be honest, like, oh my god. If any of you haven't, oh my god, the SNL medieval times sketch with Adam Driver in it is genuinely hilarious. Like, he's like, honestly, every time that dude appears on SNL, he almost always steals the show. Like, he gets like so in character. It's honestly like hilarious. But medieval
every time Adam Driver appears somewhere in any movie, he always gets so into character that it's almost unreal. Like, he was phenomenal in House of Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about, interesting things about House of Gucci, but I never really got around to watching that.
Really good. You should really check it out.
Good things, but...
He spends a lot of time in mental gym.
Well, if I had to guess, going back over it, oh, and look, it's other women. Look, there's fucking geeks and gamers right there, for fuck's sake. D-Day Cobra. Instantly debunking your own point. Good job. But yeah, I'm sure it's just talking.
What? The fuck?
I don't even know.
How does that disprove Robot Head's point of D-Day Cobra just being in there? The hell? John Boyega equals John Soyega because the soy boy we did yesterday. I mean, he's still calling out fucking... What is your point, Bob? Honestly,
I don't even remember what this was for, because this was like way before the recent, the recent controversy that John Boyega's in now. So I don't even know what on earth was that in response to.
I don't know. Don't matter anymore.
About how they infiltrate that community. It's all about how they infiltrate these communities and just push hatred out. And,
really?
Because it couldn't possibly be that, these franchises have just been bad. It's like again, the insane, like, this is how, like, they genuinely think that, like, people like Drinker and Mauler and Erotic are like these mustache twirling villains that just go, I'm going to spread hatred in these innocent little communities. Like, no. What happens is the movies are bad. People realize the movies are bad. They see that people like Drinker and Mauler and Erotic criticize the movies. They're like, oh, hey, these people are saying bad things about the movies I hate. I'm gonna watch them. And then they watch them, and then they become fans of them, and, and that's it. That's it. That's literally all that happens. That's all that will ever happen. There is no anti-fandom grift conspiracy. That's something you made up in your mind.
Yep.
Make it seem like the hatred for this stuff is normalized.
Because it is.
Gymnastics showing that even that fight was the fault of the alt-right misogynists. Alt-right trolls and their followers react to Boyega's tweet. Tell you, nothing says alt-right like black women, purple flowers, and My Little Pony. And Kate...
none of that stuff excludes it either. That is... What the fuck?
Extremely...
Bro, he's just making part of their profile pics.
Also, again, it's like, oh, not even exclude...
Really proud of her want to deplatform and demonetize the people she disagrees with, and she's been talking about it for years.
I mean, there hasn't even really been a call to deplatform, or not. Well, no. Actually, as far as I know, there has been a call to deplatform. It's a call to demonetize. Pretty.
It's like, oh yeah, there has, yeah, totally.
Exclusively, is to my understanding.
Here's a section from her 2021 podcast, In Plain Sight, Part 3. What have we learned from Gamergate? Still.
Oh my god, Gamergate lives in these people's heads.
You better believe it does.
Like, OG Gamergate is dead and buried, and honestly, I don't even know where the status of Gamergate 2 is at this point, and yet it lives on.
I lost track, yeah.
I honestly never cared about the whole Gamergate thing.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the OG Gamergate, I was in high school when the original Gamergate came out, and I knew, like, nothing about it. So, like, I was Like, I found out about by the time I found out about the original Gamergate, it was basically already on the way out.
Yeah.
So I think, like the whole Sweet Baby Inkling, the new iteration, that's kind of where I, like, that's kind of where I came from. And yeah.
Even then, even if there wasn't a whole Gamergate 2, I'm fairly certain Sweet Baby Inc. will eventually find their way out of business.
Yeah.
Because it's honestly, I feel like even then, it's like, I feel like if they eventually,
Going on about Gamergate with the chapter title.
Yeah, Gamergate was a kind of Gamergate kind of came about naturally, and the alt-right, namely Steve Bannon, figured it was like, okay, maybe we can exploit these type of movements, pump some money into them, and actually exploit them to push alt-right messaging. That's part of what the podcast goes over.
Really?
DeVow and deplatform.
But this is how the right wing knew how to push the country further to the right. And if you don't think that a lot of this starts on YouTube criticizing a film, again, I just don't think you've been paying attention. That's the way this playbook has always worked. This is only going to get worse. And if we don't stop and realize what we're enabling simply by not understanding it, nobody's being malicious here. We're talking about the safety, the lives, the rights of human beings. There's no both sides there. There's no both sides. And if we don't understand that, we're not going to like what we wake up to one day. So we can have this conversation now, or we can have it again in 5 years. And by that point, it's going to be too late. We need to do.
I mean,
I'd rather wait 5 years
right here. So
Yeah.
Like, about what? Fear mongering about critics. Oh, if we don't stop these critics from criticizing these movies, they're gonna burn our crops. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why? What are you talking about? I'm sick of these fear-mongering narratives. Just let people criticize movies. Like, oh my god, do you have any idea how hard it is to just sit and criticize media? And then it's like literally just watch critics on YouTube and then find people like this who literally just make a big deal out of nothing. It's like, I'm tired. I enjoy and engage in movies. I've been passionate about it. I'm sick of these people just like hijacking it to just get mad about nothing. Newsflash: franchises will fail and people will make fun of them. It's how life works. No one's lives are going to be ruined because of it.
Awesome.
This now. Disavow and deplatform. It's that easy.
In what is...
She just said deplatform! She just said deplatform!
Any
Like,
reaction,
really?
Bob? Does this not, like, totally invalidate your point?
She just said she wants to deplatform them!
And it literally just went over his head. Like, you can see the exact point where it goes over his head.
This now.
Like,
Disavow and deplatform. It's that easy.
In what is a world championship?
This now. Disavow and deplatform. It's that easy.
In what is a world championship level of zero self-awareness, Katie and her partner...
So apparently she does call for deplatform. Okay.
Well, at least you admit it, Bob.
Okay, at least he admits it. Hang on, hang on. I want to see how he follows up with this. Does he amend his argument now? Let's see how he responds now.
Oh my god. It's like, oh, they're not trying to do this thing. I am trying to do this thing. Oh, looks like I was wrong. I are trying to do this thing. Yeah.
I mean, they don't have the free speech right to be on YouTube either.
Yes, they do.
Oh, look, it's the yes, the classic argument. It's not happening. It is happening. Oh, it is happening, and it's
a good thing. Fucking hell, man.
It's like, oh, well, they're not trying to deplatform them. Yes, we are trying to deplatform. Oh, so they are trying to deplatform them. Good, they don't deserve to be on YouTube anyways. Like, thank God, my God.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah, I think demonetization is enough, because if these guys aren't making money off it, they're not going to do it.
On the very same podcast, start
Probably
going off
just
about
find
the
another
fact that the people
platform
they
to
were trying
do
to...
it, so...
Caesar Romero. Ooh, 60s Batman. Love 60s Batman.
Oh, yeah.
On the very same podcast,
You know,
start
that
going
used
off about
to be
fact
on the
that people
Hub
that-
Network every New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. And it was...
Oh yeah, there's a channel named Lula Lucy actually made a video on the Hub Network.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan
We also had
Burton,
the Versus, the Haunting Hour.
Oh yeah, Dan versus is insanely underrated. Like that was
Actually, I know a guy who was on that show, Dan versus.
Fucking Evan, how do you know everyone working in Hollywood right now? What the hell?
Connections. But yeah, my buddy Dave Foley, he voiced Chris on that show, and he also voiced the ant from Bug Life. He's on a sketch comedy.
Dave Foley. Dave Foley. I love Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, Kids in the Hall. This is amazing.
Yeah, there's actually a reboot on Amazon Prime like a couple years ago.
And honestly, I am surprised at this point Dave Foley hadn't appeared in Star Wars yet. Like, I could definitely see him voicing a droid.
Okay, same.
They're not going to do it.
On the very same podcast, start going off about the fact that the people they were trying to cancel responded and exposed who they were. Who would have thought of doing that?
I did not expect them to. I'll say it right now. Like, did they dox me? Yes. Was it old information? Yes. It's old information. Thank God. It was old information. The only thing they got.
So this is her getting doxxed. So your argument about how she's bringing evidence about how people are harassed by these content creators and stuff like that, and you are now bringing up evidence about how she got doxxed for bringing that to light. I don't think this is the W you think it is, Robot Head.
Really?
This is proof. The fact that she got doxxed proves so much of what she says is true.
Relevant was basically public social media profiles, which is public. So
Which is public, yeah.
I still went through the trouble of like changing every bit of information.
Oh, okay. So they didn't actually get her personal information. They just released old addresses and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I guess an argument can be made that's not full-fledged doxing, but
Bob, you were literally disproving yourself in real time.
You can kind of see it in his eyes.
They're doxing her. They're doxing her.
Great.
Oh,
right
it's actually not random old information. Oh, well, I guess an argument can be made. Oh, where's the smoke? Wow, it's almost like you don't actually have any arguments and you're just trying to desperately cling to sources that prove your own bias or something.
That's no good, Bob. Anyway.
it still is pretty fucking scary and malicious.
I mean, like, to be fair, yeah, I definitely would, like, encourage, like, doxing in this, like, instance, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure if, like, someone, but again, it's like, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, fair, yeah, I wouldn't encourage, like,
yeah, at least it's
like, you can criticize someone for that doc. That's true.
And still pretty harassment. Still pretty much harassment.
And going so far as to paying like $300 to try to get my information online wiped out.
That's obviously, this is going to happen if like you're talking about this stuff as a woman on the internet, and that just kind of is what it is. And at some point, yeah, you do just have to take that.
We've got people in our lives that we're trying to like look out for.
Yeah, within 24 hours, the YouTubers that we've been talking about in, you know, the Fandom Menace, you know, Comicsgate circle of things, took it and created videos about it, which is fine. Like, I don't really have an issue with that at all. They survive on outrage culture. I fully expected them to make videos about it.
Oh my god, outrage culture. It's like they're just trying to get us mad. It's not like, because again, it's not like, you know, we look at things and naturally get upset. We're just trying to make people angry. Oh god. God, I'm sick of these talking points. It's like, they're just trying to make you angry. It's an alt-right pipeline. It's a blah, 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 blah. Because it couldn't possibly be Hollywood. It couldn't possibly be the corporate head. Nope, everything's perfectly fine. And they're just trying to form a narrative that everything's bad. Because they thrive on outrage. Because that's a narrative that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Never the fault of the... It's like, why? It's like the more you can keep saying it all you want. That's not going to make it true.
And it's as I always say. It's as I always say. You can only use an excuse so much before people just get sick of hearing that excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't keep saying it's ABCDXD over and over and over again, right? Like, at some point, people are just gonna see through the bullshit and just say, like, is it really that, my guy? Or my gal?
Hold on. Sorry.
Honestly, many of us have been listening to the bullshit for years now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. You just give me a second. Just hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mom's trying to call me. Hold on a second.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah, I just got your text. Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
It's fine, honestly. Folks interrupt me on this podcast every now and so.
Yeah.
Where in the last paragraph?
I'm gonna pause the recording real quick.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, folks. So Jeremy's busy with some family duties, and we got enough content for this. We're like, are you guys down for making a second part to this?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment below for the video, subscribe for part 2 of this video, and we'll see you guys next time in the backseat. Take care.
Peace.